Let's take a look at the fourth acoustic variable. As the name suggests, these are the four elements that can change sound waves. What we're preparing for right now is the SPI exam. On the SPI exam, questions rarely ask directly about what the concept of acoustic variables is. The types of questions that usually appear on the exam are about what kinds of acoustic variables there are, specifically these four types. Therefore, all you need to do is simply memorize these four types of acoustic variables. The first is pressure, then density, particle motion, and temperature. These are the components. If you just remember the initials, ppdt, it will help you organize the information more easily. Once again, by taking just the initials, ppdt, you can remember that there are four acoustic variables. That's how you can organize it. If you look at the picture now, there's an apple placed there. If you're preparing for an exam, you just need to recognize that this picture is of an apple. You only need to understand this kind of simple concept. Why is this an apple? Why is it red? You don't need to go too deep and try to figure out things like that. However, if you are in a research position, you would need to know these things in detail. You would need to study in detail why it's called an apple and why it's red. But as I explained earlier, exams don't ask questions about why this is an apple or things like that. Since the questions are simply about what something is, when studying for exams, you just need to organize the most essential key points well. This is one of the most common mistakes people make. When you study, you need to approach it with the mindset of preparing for an exam, not as a researcher, in order to prepare more efficiently.